I'm not Alfie Days, and I may or may not be the famous tree guy, but I am going to make Severus Snape's wand from real ebony wood. So the first thing to do is to get the blank trimmed down to size. You may remember me making Sirius Black's wand last year. Well, this is actually the same piece of wood.
Do you have any idea how serious this is?
Obviously, my main platform uses sideways videos, which is why there's so much blank space here and here. On this other platform, whose name rhymes with female sheep and another word for pipe, I like to cram in as many jokes and gags as possible, such as this one.
Turn out your pockets.
I'm just applying some wax here to help reduce the friction and heat, because drilling requires a lot of support. So now I'm using some rounded calipers to get the final handle dimension before marking out the 3 beads. Now these are diddy without the P, so they take a lot of care and attention to get right. To get the 2 flat sides on the handle, I'm using my table saw and running the wand over the top of the blade in tiny increments. And there's a pound coin there, which hopefully illustrates just how tiny and detailed this wand is. Whilst the saw is accurate, it doesn't leave a good finish, so I'm just scraping them until they're smooth enough to draw the pattern on. Drawing is not my forte, but I did my best to get it as accurate as possible. Even my miniature carving tools were a bit too big for this wand, so I had to whip out the rotary tool. This genuinely took an age and a ton of focus, and it also strained my neck so hard looking through the magnifying glass. The original prop wasn't actually carved like this. The tiny balls were actually cinnabar beads, for example. Originally I thought about using a pantograph for this wand, although it would have been a prime candidate for CNC. And if you've made it this far, congratulations, you're probably in the top 25% and undoubtedly a true Harry Potter fan. Now I know you're all smart enough to know that wands are made from wood, but have you ever asked yourself, where does wood come from? Well, they come from trees, and you can now actually grow your very own sapling from one of the Harry Potter trees, and then in years to come, you could read the books to your grandchildren under that very same tree. If your ears have just pricked up, or maybe you're just looking for that perfect gift that does actually last a lifetime, you should probably check out the account who I said I may or may not be at the start of the video. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Or if you're only half interested and are currently brain rotting or in a deep doom scroll, just screenshot your phone now to remind you. So if you think this turned out well, please drop a like and a comment and follow if you haven't already done so. And please remember,